some felt and basic shapes in your ScanNCut DX, you can make a felt apple brooch in no time. Hello friends, Mayflom here. I have some felt that I have backed with an iron-on adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and get my ScanNCut turned on, and I'm going to pick out a basic circle. Now, I think I want this approximately 3 inches, but I'm willing to adjust it just a little bit because the exact size of my felt brooch is flexible, and the circle will be the base. So I'm going to want to cut 2 of those. I'm also going to want an apple. Now, I'm not going to use the stem or the leaf because I'm going to want to stitch my own. I just want that apple body shape. So I'm picking the size. I know I want it at about 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, put that in. Now, I only have the one circle shape so far because I want to place my apple on the circle and then decide if that shape and size is exactly right or if I need to make any modifications. This is very easy to do. In the edit screen, we can edit and adjust the size until we're happy with about how much space around that apple we have. Once I am happy, I can go ahead and accept it. I can also add a second circle because like I said, we'll need 2 so that there's a front and back so that everything's really pretty. Now, once I have all of this, I'm going to just go ahead and place them. And then I am going to want to scan my mat so I can see where the felt is placed and if I need to make any adjustments. Now, I'm going to move the circles. For felt, I like to stay away from the very edge when possible. I can also here, just so that it's taller than it is wide, I can rotate my design, no problem. Once we have all of this done, we're just going to go ahead and go through, select cut, and cut this design out. Let the ScanNCut do the rest for us. Now, this is an iron-on material that has kind of like a tissue paper covering. You're going to want to leave the cover on one of them, and you can either on or off for the other, because what we're going to do is leave the cover on, take the cover off of the little tissue off of the apple only, so that the apple is being adhered to the top side, the top piece of green felt. Now, once we have this done, we can go ahead and stitch. Now, I've just done a couple stitches there at the top for my stem, just a nice long stitch to create whatever length of stem I want over and over until it's the thickness I want. Now I'm just going to do a running stitch in and out here on the apple itself, just to create 2 different things. Number 1, it's going to add stability. Number 2, it's going to add texture and design. So it's just really cute. Now we're going to do the leaf. For the leaf, I'm doing a long stitch down the one side here that you can see. Think of it as the backbone of my leaf. Then I'm going to go back and forth from one side to the other, and I'm going to stitch over that middle piece. So I'm going to go back and forth over the middle piece. And what this is going to do is that spine then creates a cool little design within the leaf, and it just adds kind of a depth and a texture there that I think is really cool. See how that works? Now, when you're all done, you can just go ahead and tie a little knot. I just try to keep it as small as possible and as tight as possible against the felt. You won't see or feel any of this as long as you're not too huge in your knot. So this is going to get pressed together. Remove the paper from both and go ahead and press those together. And the paper is just keeping the iron-on adhesive from touching each other. Now, note that it's a really super thin, so it's easy to stitch through. It's not going to cause any problems. Now, to finish this, you have endless options. What I am doing is using seed beads. So I've just got a bunch of different seed beads that I've pulled into my little tray. And then what I am doing here is I am just going around. So just picture making a loop over the very edge and through. And I'm using a very, very dark green thread, so my stitching won't really show up. So don't worry if it's not perfect. And I'm just going to go all the way around the edge with seed beads. And what this is going to do is just create a cute little border. Okay, and you can go, I'm going in a very random pattern. I'm trying to not have 2 that are the same next to each other. Otherwise, I am not having any rules here. I am just going around, just grab a bead, and I'm using my fingers to keep the beads up on the edge. Once you go all the way around, they really do hold in place really nicely. just going all the way around. Your final step is, if we're making this a brooch, we're going to go ahead and just use some hand stitching there. And I am going into the material, into the felt, but I'm just not poking it all the way through. So I'm just kind of partially getting some felt fibers there to help hold that down. Now, this would also make an outstanding ornament idea. So if you want a holiday ornament or like a decorative tag for a gift, this would be beautiful too. Me, I've got a really cute felt brooch and I can't wait to give this to a favorite teacher. I think it is so cute, so fun, and with the Scan and Cut makes it easy. Be sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for tuning in.